I asked myself, why did I do that? If you watch my first video, you know that I just planned 6 weeks in Costa Rica and that's it. But then I decided to keep on traveling. So I traveled to Nicaragua, and from Nicaragua I took a shuttle to Antigua, Guatemala, and it took about 21 hours. Hi, welcome back! I finally made a video about my time in Guatemala and it took me a while. But it's finally here and I'm excited to share it with you. Because like I said in my first video, the time in Nicaragua and Costa Rica was, still beautiful, but Guatemala changed everything. It was a week before Semana Santa, and Semana Santa is the religious celebration a week before Easter, or the week to Easter, and they have like a huge thing going on. And people will make like these rug-like displays on the streets with flowers. But so hostels were really expensive, so this travel agency guy was like, I know some host families and you could stay with them and maybe also take some Spanish lessons and it would be cheaper for you and all meals would be included. But yeah, so I took on his offer and I stayed in a host family for a week, and I actually felt really good to stay in one place for a while. Like I haven't stayed in one place like for even a week in a long time, because usually I'm just traveling around after like 2 days or 3 days or 1 day even, and like a whole week kind of felt like a long time. But it was really nice and it just felt really good to slow down. And on some days I was just walking around in the little streets in Antigua, and I took a lot of pictures, and Antigua is just art. I kind of was on my own again, and like I didn't really meet any other people, so I was just wandering around alone, which was fine. Like I feel like every phase has its reasons. But yeah, I also wrote this journal entry which I called Life in a Nutshell. I feel like traveling is my life in a nutshell, searching for a place to belong, to feel seen, understood. Home. I guess that's a life lesson, to always find that in yourself. Nevertheless, the human experience is so much easier shared with others. I am longing for human connection. While traveling, you find a place you feel good in and connect, but then the connection stays shallow or you're alone and nothing feels right anymore. Craving a feeling of belonging. So I start traveling again. Feeling restless, but also still enjoying the experience. I still love and enjoy seeing new places, but something in me is just craving connection and a feeling of belonging. Maybe I'm just looking in the wrong places. But yeah, I actually wanted to find more and deeper connections. So I thought maybe I should just go to a yoga retreat. So I found this yoga retreat around Lake Atitlan, which is called Eagle's Nest, And it was quite expensive. I mean, yoga retreats are kind of expensive, and it's not really the backpacker budget, but they have dorm rooms for like 6 people, and you have all the meals included and all the yoga classes included. So I thought, okay, I should just do it. I mean, we only live once, and I'm here right now, and I really wanted to experience that, and so I just booked it. But first I went on the Acatenango hike, the overnight hike, and I think we were a group of 28 people, and I met this Canadian couple, and they were really fun, and so we started hiking together, and they told us the first 1.5 hours are the hardest, and it's true. Because it's so steep and so sandy, like loose sand, so if you go up 2 steps you will go down 4. Like, it felt like that. How do you feel?
Great. Ask me in an hour.
We had to keep on walking, obviously, but Tracy became my water buddy, or we became each other's water buddies. So sometimes we were waiting for each other and gave each other our water bottles, because it would be too much to always take your backpack down, and so we just gave each other the water bottles and kept each other a little bit company, and we're like, you go girl. And it was really cute because everyone was kind of doing that, like everyone was kind of looking out for each other, and it was like trying to empower each one, and it was really cool. Like, it was a really nice atmosphere, and I loved to experience that. And the nature was amazing. Didn't see a lot of it because my eyes were just on the road, because I was just trying to not die. Just kidding, it wasn't too bad, but it was really exhausting because it was so steep. After I think 3 hours, which felt like 5 hours, we had our lunch break, and I was like, whoa, I hope it's getting easier now. And it did not. It did get easier after a while. They told us now is the time where the Guatemalan flat starts, which is still not flat. It was more like up, down, which was a bit better, but it was really exhausting. But we went through this one part which looked like Costa Rica, because it was like this rainforesty area, and it was so beautiful, but I had to look on the road because, yeah, bumpy road and everything, so I had to concentrate on that. But I stopped sometimes to take videos. Yeah, it was an amazing experience. And then we arrived at the camp. Oh my gosh, we're above the clouds. It's so crazy.
Elevation base camp.
Which was still not the summit. So we did then the sunset hike to the summit, which was another 2 hours. And the whole time I went up to the summit, I asked myself, why did I do that? Because it was just loose sand, even steeper, I guess as steep as the first part, and there was just no grip, and I was like, why are we doing this? But it was a really beautiful view. We were above the clouds, which, like, we were already at the camp spot, we were already above the clouds, and it was just like breathtaking. I was like, this is not real, this doesn't look real. But at the summit it was so freezing cold. But it was also really cute because everyone that went up to the summit, we were kind of trying to keep each other warm and like kind of making a little cuddle puddle on top, because we were a bit too early for the sunset, so we had to wait like 5 minutes. I really thought I will never be warm again, but I did get warm again. We had this little campfire and you could see the Fuego volcano erupting. Like, it didn't feel real. Like, everything I just saw there, I was like, this looks so surreal, and I'm experiencing that right now. And I felt so alive in that moment, and I didn't want it to end. I just felt like I was supposed to be here and with these people, and it just felt like this unbelievable special moment. And also, like, after that, everything started to fall into place. I feel like if you're on the right path, everything kind of starts to align. And then my time at Eagle's Nest started at the yoga retreat, and I arrived there after Semana Santa, so it was empty. So I was in the 6 people dorm room and I was the only one. And the view was still amazing and everything was beautiful, but I just came here to meet like-minded people and to connect, and then I was the only one. I was like, seriously? But I tried to go with the flow, and I befriended the volunteer Mariah. And I did the yoga classes every day, and I did some breath work, and I went to this cacao ceremony, which was really special too. And I just felt so in tune with myself and nature. Then I met Sarah and Tori. I texted Tori like a week or 2 weeks before that, and I knew that they were in Mexico and wanted to come to Guatemala, so I was kind of trying to figure out if we could maybe meet up, because I was just following them on YouTube and Instagram, and I thought it would be just so amazing to meet them in real life, because they seem like such genuine, amazing people. And so it kind of happened. Like, it wouldn't have happened if I wouldn't have stayed longer in San Marcos in the yoga retreat, but since I did that, it like kind of overlapped, so we could see each other, and so we met up in Eagle's Nest, and it was just so cute. It felt like we knew each other way longer, or we were already friends. And they introduced me to their friend Maddie Taylor, which is kind of funny because if you remember or know, I was traveling with Maddie for a month in North America in her van, and that's where we met, in Guatemala, in Eagle's Nest. We spent the last 2 days, or not even fully 2 days, together and made plans. I mean, they invited me, or Maddie invited me to travel with her in a van, which was crazy because we just met each other, but it didn't feel crazy because it just didn't feel like we just met each other. You know, it was just like a special, I don't know, it was just crazy, like how everything just fell into place. And I always wanted to have a van or travel in a van, like I always wanted to experience a lifestyle, and then there she was, and it all worked out. Like, what? So yeah, I guess the law of attraction just really works, because I was trying to attract these people and I did. Oh yeah. So glad we brought it. Wow. Thank you for being here. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'm so happy about each and everyone who's here. I appreciate you so much. It's kind of crazy to see that people are really watching my videos. Okay, bye! Cool. I had this whole
Oh, the dog was cute there, sorry.
whole circle. The whole circle. Like yeah, like I won left after that, like it got there, and I love. Will I ever finish this video? I could also just do nothing. What? That's that.